We're going to start off with clipping the head, and for this we use a normal pair of clippers with on this occasion we're using an Oster 10 blade. We start by clipping the top third of the ear towards the top of the skull. Just go straight up the ear and up and off the top. Come here, good boy. Pulling the ear round the back of the ear, just into the nape of the neck, no further, but up the side of the skull, going straight up the skull and straight off the top. We don't want anything left on the side of this head at all. Straight up, don't go round the head, just go straight up and clean off the side. Open up this little flap of skin, clip inside there. Just clean any of these bits away so there's nothing hanging down. And then open up his ear and clip round the ear canal. Good boy. Just have to keep going in different directions so we get that as short as possible, because the hair grows in all sorts of different directions inside the ear. And then down, with the clippers down, come here, good boy, just clean out the top about an inch round the ear canal. Quite important that I mean, it looks neat and tidy from an exhibition point of view, but also allows the air to circulate in the ear, which Spaniels are notorious for getting problems with the ears. So if you clean all that out. Now we're going to start with the side of the cheeks, and again we want it flat against the grain. If you put your thumb into his mouth and just stretch the skin of his lower jaw so that you can clean all, good boy, clean all along there. It's all ruffled up the skin there, so if you stretch it, just means you can get rid of all the hair easily. We start by putting the blade right between the corner of the two eyes, the inside corner of the two eyes, and scoop out towards the nose. Boy. No. And then holding him, we want the chiselling to be highlighted underneath his eye. Clean right out, just taking the blade, scooping out underneath the eye. And then we're going to clean off the sides of his muzzle. Along the muzzle, we use the edge of the clipper blade. Rather than it being flat, we're using the edge. So, and we want good cushioning. Very important as well to get that hair off from in front of his nose and underneath there. Again, it just adds to this plushness, this velvety plushness, these thick lips that we want to highlight. Everything off the sides of the muzzle, of the cheeks. We want really flat cheeks. The head wants to be a brick shape when we're finished, so the sides of the head are fully balanced with this nice thick plush muzzle. Off the top of the head, and very important, the sides of the eye. We don't anything sticking out at all at the sides of this head. Sometimes people leave a continuation of the eyebrows sticking round, and it just spoils the expression and the shape. Depending upon the dog, if the dog's got a long foreface, we leave that line across the eyes. If he's got a short foreface, we'll actually take an inverted V in there. This dog's got a moderate foreface, got quite a nicely balanced head. The length of the muzzle should be approximately a third of the length of the whole head from the front to the back. So yeah, he's got quite a balanced head, and he has got these nice thick lips. If you want to accentuate things further, that's why I brought a 15 blade today. We can take more off the front here with a 15 blade, and if this dog has good chiselling under the eye, you can see that he's got the bony structure under the eye gives this nice, you can see his lower eyelid. If that wasn't as visible as it is, then where I went underneath there with the 10 blade, you would go underneath with a 15. And that would accentuate that. I don't need to do it with this dog. He's got quite nice chiselling under the eye. Right, we're just going to blend the top of the head now with the thinning scissors. And I just brush the coat all to one side. And then we get the thinning scissors. And then we cut along the side of the head. Remembering that we don't want to come round the head at this point. We want everything that's sticking out the side. So in doing so, any long hairs we're taking down the side. We're going right down the side of the head. And then we'll just brush it the other way. Now again, when we look at the top knot, you want quite a nice high rise over the skull on an American Cocker. If you've got something with an exceptional high rise, you don't need to leave very much of this top knot on at all. If you've got a flat skull, then you need to build it up. I would say one of the most common things that people leave as far as grooming is concerned, people have a tendency to leave a lot of hair on the top knot, and they shouldn't have a lot. They should have as little as possible, really, but you have to build that into the dog depending upon his head shape. And again, this dog's got quite a reasonable height over his dome, so we don't need to leave a great deal there. We're just going to blend that in now. You can see that where the long and the short meet, there's still a little bit of a line, so we're just going to blend in with the thinning scissors. You can see the effect that we're trying to achieve a nice rise over the skull, going to gently tapering towards the back. If this this top of the head is wavy, he's got a nice straight coat there on the top. If it's wavy, you're as well to actually hand strip that into shape. If there's a curl in the middle there, if you use the thinner scissors, you just end up taking it down so that there's no coat left to try and get rid of the wave or the curl. Whereas if you hand strip that, you can pull that into that shape, and you'll straighten the coat more easily. Now, we've finished the top of his head, and we're just going to take his eye lashes off, because we don't want them, because again, they stick out. So take the eyelashes, just cut them down. And then if there's any little bits that you've missed with the clippers, because he was being awkward with the clippers, you can just take them off with the straight edge scissors. Now the ears, this is important, because again, everything's for neatness, and this fold of skin, when you've done them with the clippers, there's always this long hair, fringe of hair running down the side. And if you actually look at it now, you've got this untidy piece. I'm going to take that off with the scissors, and you can see how neat that'll look. I always hold my finger and thumb right close to the edge of the ear, so you have no chance of actually cutting him. The slicker brush is good for the ears, straightens the coat. Good boy, Jack. You can see that we've got this nice head shape now. It's balanced, it's like a brick. The back skull is refined. The foreface is nice and chunky with nice thick lips. And you've got this plush effect with no edges sticking up. Everything's clean cheeks, clean underneath here.